what's up, y'all. So I don't want to say that today, but hey, how y'all doing? Listen, I was looking at my old YouTubes. I'm like, I want to get back into YouTube. I want to start podcasts. Like, I want to just get back into me. And I'm looking at the old YouTube videos and all my milestones, like hitting my first $1 million, buying my mobile home, buying my first rental properties. My ex is either in the video or behind the scenes. And I'm like, what do I do? So what would you guys do? Would you erase the videos? Like, a part of me wants to delete it, but the other part of me is like, damn girl, that was your milestone. Why would you delete that? So I don't know, I'm conflicted. Here at this podcast, we'll be talking all things motherhood, entrepreneurship, failures, life, femininity. I'm working on that. I always want to start off the podcast with the book that I'm reading. The book that I'm reading is called Nonviolent Communication. You know what that means. I think sometimes as women, we have this mouth on us. Sometimes I'll let things slide, let things slide, and then it builds up, and then I go off. And I'm trying to learn how to communicate without cussing somebody out, without telling them they got me up, right? So I'm reading Nonviolent Communication. I like to read. This is my book collection, a lot of self-help books, some finance books. I didn't know I had a problem with communication. If I say you got me messed up, that's just what it means. But I realized that's not going to work. So I'm trying to grow. Anyway, I just came out with a new course called Escaping the Rat Race. So many people are living check to check. They can't get ahead. Now, we cannot control inflation, but what we can control is our spending habit. The first thing you can do in order to escape the rat race is track where your money's going. So I have 4 markers here. We got blue for food, green for shopping, orange for subscriptions, and this one is your vacations and concerts. It's like when you spend $1,000 on these Chris Brown tickets, and then the next week you're calling your homegirl asking her to borrow some money because you don't got no gas to go to work. Yeah, that's what we're talking about, okay? Track where your money is going. So you can go get a bank statement, and then you just highlight. So again, food, shopping, subscriptions, concerts. Add that up, and that's the money you could have been spending on investing, saving, investing into your business, putting it in a high yield savings, put it in Bitcoin, the stock market. I mean, you choose to invest wherever you want. This is not that. Point is, you'll see where your money is going. You do not want to have a car note and then rent, and then you can't get, and then you don't have any leftover money because you're spending your money on all of these things. So these markers represent BS. These are BS, okay? I'm not talking about groceries and light bills and things like that. I'm talking about BS. So if we can get that number, we'll know how much money that we could be saving, investing, putting towards our kids' funds, whatever the case may be. You realize as you get older, this is something that me and my brother talk about all the time. When you have children and people are borrowing money from you and you're lending out money and they're not paying it back, you're ultimately taking away from your child. You could have been saving or investing that money for your child. You get what I'm saying? So you want to make sure that you're not just doing all this to the point where you cannot get ahead. Bitcoin's at like 117 right now. Let's just say that you're like, oh, I'm going to wait till next month. I'll wait till next year to invest. Well, if by next year or next month, Bitcoin is at 135, you just missed the opportunity to get it at 117. You get what I'm saying? So opportunity cost. We want to get out of this rat race where we don't have any money to even get into the investing aspect of it because we're so busy BSing. We also talk about interest rates on car notes, credit cards, financing, furniture, all of that. So that's that. If you want to go get that course, it is linked below. Let me tell you how not having your finances together can ruin your life. It damn near ruined my whole 20s. The most I ever made at a job was like $15, $25. I had a car note for a long time. I was at them payday loan places. My sister, brother, and I will always let each other borrow $40. So I'll call him like, James, let me borrow 40. He'll be like, okay. And then Kim would ask for the 40. It was just a cycle. We was all borrowing the $40 every other week because we were so broke doing broke things. I just got tired of living like that. In 2019, I'm living with my kid's dad in Arizona. We don't work out, and I moved back home to California with my mom. So she got me these bunk beds with my kids, but she had foster kids. So she's like, actually, you guys gotta go sleep on the couch. And I'm like, oh, I gotta get my life together. I'm laying down and I'm thinking, I need to get my life together. I have 2 kids and I'm sleeping on my mama's couch. I have to get my life together. When I moved back to Arizona, I moved into this roach infested apartment. I didn't even have enough money to move in. I got help. I'm calling the apartments like, can you guys please spray? They spray. The roaches go from my apartment to their apartment to my apartment. And no matter how clean I kept the apartment, if you have an apartment and you know about roaches, oh, it was so roach infested. So one night I go in my closet, I close my door, my kids are asleep, and I come out with this course, right? I'm tired of living like this. I'm like, did a PowerPoint showing people how to make money flipping pallets, and I posted on my social media the next day, and then, oh, thank God. And that was my way out of that roach infested apartment. Like, it was crazy. One time there was a roach. One time there was a roach on the ceiling fan and it dropped and almost hit my baby in the head. That's when I knew, hey, I gotta figure something out. And those type of moments are like life-changing moments where you have to get tired of your own BS. And at that point, I'm doing DoorDash. I'm just, listen. This is crazy that I'm telling you guys this, but listen. Being broke will ruin your whole life. Your whole life will revolve around late payments, borrowing money, payment extensions, payment arrangements. It's crazy. I don't have time to live like that. So that's why I'm making this. It does not matter where you're at in life. I've been there before. I'm not above anything. You get to a point in life where you're 30 years old, you're 35 years old. How your mom raised you is no longer an excuse. We didn't learn about money is no longer an excuse. We got to get it together. Being broke will ruin your life. So I wanted to end this episode with a question from one of my followers on Instagram. It says, where do you see your empire growing? If we can't get this part right, we're not going to move to the next level, right? So I want to help people like that just because I've been through everything. And I'm mentoring young girls who do not have a mother, like doing cooking classes and mentorships and stuff like that. I want to give back to the community as far as doing free haircuts, giving them resources. I want to get into all of that, but mainly mentorships for girls who do not have parents, okay? So, yeah. Thank you for this episode. It wasn't that long. This is just an introduction. You guys see how crazy I am. I have way more stories. So I always want to do what book I'm reading, a story, a question, and yeah, that's how we're gonna rock with it. So eventually I'll have people on here, I'll have my family members on here so you guys can get to know us. And yeah, we just rock out with funny stories. Bye guys, thank you so much.